number 3, SBC Starlit versus JibJab. Yes, JibJab. I believe that is the name. Yes, I think I'm saying that correctly. Yes, this is week number 3 of your highest rank division in the Royalty Series. Best of 5 matchup today. We have Ben, Zexel, and XL Snips on the squad of SBC Starlit. And on the other side of the field, we have Weekend, Banan Mode, and Brian the Brute. Let's see what these teams can cook up here today in this week number 3 game. And Ben, to start things off, 30 seconds in, gets a goal, 1-0. What happened here? I was too busy yapping. Snips with a 50, sends it mid for Ben, and he slams this one away. SBC Starlit coming out of the gate strong. 20 seconds here and no goal to speak of just yet. A lot of the pressure has been on the half of JibJab. What can they do to get this out? I don't know. They might have a good chance here because that was a triple commit essentially from SBC Starlit. Now Brian by himself with the help of the bump. He can't get it past the defense. Ben rotating downfield with ball possession. Tries to get it past one. He can't do that. Snips has saved the day. Look at Banan Mode chasing the demo. Snips in a race with the ball, and downfield it goes. What happened to the defense? They're being dismantled, dismembered, and Ben to throw this into the back of the net. 3:50 on the clock. Guys in chat, can I get a real quick check on the audio? Is the game too loud? Am I too loud? Is the buzzer too loud? Really quick, is the audio looking A-okay? I want to make sure this is good. This is the first time we're watching SBC Starlit in Season 5 of the Royalty Series. I want to make sure everything goes according to plan here, but SBC Starlit are starting things off a little crazy here. 2-0 with 3.5 minutes left. Now, we've seen multiple times these game number 1s are outliers to the rest of the series. So far in the benefit of SBC, but this game has nothing to speak of when it comes to the games in the rest of the best of 5. Because there is so much Rocket League to be played, and that could have been a nice opportunity. Ben looks like he's getting bumped by Banan Mode, but that could have been a shot. Regardless, now Snips with the shot. It's a pass to Ben. The save, though, to read that play through and through. Banan Mode holding strong now downfield. Brian the Brute trying to send this one mid. Gets cut off by Ben. Banan Mode to keep his team alive. Can't do that for so long. And Ben saves the ball. That was on target. It was a goal. Everything about that play was beautiful, except Ben saved it. And if you take a look, Ben is on the blue team, also known as SBC Starlit. Okay, it looks like the audio's A-okay. Zexel with the opportunity. Banan Mode trying to get a demo to Zexel off the ceiling. He has 0 boost. Snips pops it back up for Ben. But Ben realizing he doesn't have enough boost, he rotates back around. Banan Mode downfield. Snips and Ben with the double commit, but they're wasting a whole lot of time. 2 minutes left to go. If we can, really quick, 7 shots to 3. SBC Starlit is definitely putting the pressure on in the Premier. Week number 3. I was trying to see real quick what was happening there. Week number 3 Royalty Series game. 147 now. Banan Mode trying to get out of the way of the Weekend. Downfield, Snips into the corner. Banan Mode with an awkward touch, but it might just be a free ball for Zexel. Is anyone home? The placement was there, but the power was not. Saved away and denied. Ben trying to get the boost. He doesn't get it. He gets angry and bumps Brian the Brute. Now 1:30. The pre-jump here is not too good, but leaving it for his teammate who never gets the touch. 1:23 left, and they're still looking for their first goal. Maybe they can find it here. Brian pass to Banan. Banan, no shot on target, and a wonderful touch by Ben. Now downfield, one touch to pass to himself. The redirect turns into a save. Snips to keep this alive. Now we're down to 1 minute, and they're still looking for their first goal. Ben with a whole lot of time, a whole lot of space, and a whole lot of boost. Look at Snips, they're pre-jumping the passes. SBC Starlit is feeling some type of way in this game number 1 here. My goodness, you love to see it. These players are evolving right before our very own eyes. Now the Weekend for a double shot on target, no good. The pass from Al JibJab is looking good as well. The team plays everything's accounting for. They just can't put it to the back of the net. Zexal leaves it for Snips. Snips off the ceiling. Does he pass this or does he just bring it right into the net? He just brings it right into the net. Where was Ben? And where was the defender? He never used his... Okay, he never used his flip. He just fell with the ball. He realized the defense was a little bit awkward and just fell with the ball. It turns into a goal. Now Zexal to get this one away. Although there's 22 seconds left, there still is plenty of Rocket League to score 3 goals. We've seen worse or we've seen better, however you want to say that. Snips off the backboard, 50 out. Look at every 50 from SBC. Starlit, it just goes down the field. Now Ben up for the shot, for the goal. Can they find it? No, saved away. Now every shot, save, goal, all of that matters at the end for the stats and whatever else to keep track of. And SBC Starlit will take game number 1. Wow. And we have game number 2, 5 minutes of regulation. Look at that kickoff. Ben losing it right to Snips. Now Snips to Zexal. Zexal to the backboard for the double. Leaves it for Ben. The weak shot, but Snips is there to follow. The early goal. We just got into this game. We don't even have time to warm up. These players just want to score so bad. But look how close SBC Starlit is to the net of Al JibJab. They are no strangers and not afraid of putting pressure on. Ben with the first flip reset shot I think he's ever gone for in his Rocket League career. Leaves it out for Snips. You know, it definitely was a pass. He killed a few seconds there for his team to get some boost and what have you. Here we go. Ben now getting bumped by his teammate to get the challenge on the weekend. Now we have some controlled, slow-paced gameplay in front of the SBC Starlit net. Even with this smoke screen, it is nothing for Ben to save this one away. Can he find the double? No, it looks like Snips was trying to go for some awkward touch, but the shot and bump combo will lead this to a goal on to the target, 2-0, just like game number 1. SBC is leading by 2. Here we go. SBC, Snips, Zexal, and Ben bringing their A game into week number 3, season 5 of the Premier Division in Royalty Series. I'm expecting a pass back to Snips. There it was. It's no good. Look at this team go at it. I promise you, this is their peak, and I'm sure they could tap into a little bit more if they dig deep enough. Here we go. Shot on target denied by Banana Mode. Ben to send that one forward. It looks like a little bit of a DC. I'm not sure. Snips went to the AFK method there. Normally you don't want to do that in a season match, but it's okay. We figure it out. I do want to mention that Al JibJab and SBC Starlit are both 2-0 teams. Week number 1 and week number 2, both of these teams came out on top with the victory. But now, 2 of them go into the gauntlet. Only one of them will escape with no losses. Who is it going to be? A pass out to Banana Mode. Banana Mode dropping this one down for his team, but where are they? Looks like low boost. If that pass wasn't perfect, it wouldn't have been a shot on target. Maybe this is one, but the miss by Banana Mode. The one time they get an opportunity at a clear net, they aren't able to put it away. And sometimes this happens to my gameplay as well. You're under so much pressure, you finally get an opportunity, you're not able to capitalize on it. It just can't be that way. And there we go. Brian to get this one back for his team. 2-1. They're on the board, finally ending their streak of being shut out from game number 1. It took 7 minutes of gameplay to find their first goal. Looking for their next one here. Zexal with a nice drift around the ball, a late flip to maintain possession. He can't find it. Now Ben leaves this for Snips to clear this one away. Zexal is on the play. Now Ben with boost downfield. Gets denied. Gets demoed by Banana Mode. Weekend is up. The ghost touch definitely did not make that one susceptible for a shot to Snips to clear this one away, buying his team some time, letting Brian figure this one out. Goes up backwards here, almost gets the touch, but maybe it's a pass to Zexal. No, this game is definitely sped up from game number 1, and it looks like Al JibJab is definitely here to find some more goals. If not take this game, SBC Starlit are going to have to tap back into what they were doing in game number 1 to find that immense lead that they did have. They're only sitting up 1 goal right now. It's nothing to be comfortable about, but it certainly still is a lead after all. Zexal with boost to the corner. It's a pinch by the Weeknd, but look at this. We're going to have to figure something out here. Ben with the fake on target, but no, it actually takes another player out. Banan and Brian with no boost. Downfield, Zexel leaves it for Snips. On target, denied by Brian. Ben from the corner. Can he get a couple wave dashes? Find a demo. Stay with the ball. What is he going to do here? Leaves it for the Weeknd. Weeknd pops it over Zexel. Into the corner it goes. No one's in net, but that doesn't matter. Banan Mode brings it right to Snips. Ben to get it over one. Really takes out two. Zexel to the corner. Can he find the double tap? He certainly hit these before, and he certainly hit these in last week's game. Double tap opportunity for Ben's team, but no, Snips or Zexel both rotating back. Don't have enough boost. Snips to Zexel. Zexel downfield. Gets denied by Banan Mode. They both go up for this one, but Snips is still the winner of that ball. On target, no good. Redirected out by the Weeknd to Zexel. Around one. Can we find a pass in the midfield? Can we find a demo to open up some space? Who is going to be the first team to crack? Is it going to be SBC Starlit or JibJab to find the next goal? I'll tell you right now, it definitely needs to be JibJab, as they have 40 seconds left to find the tying goal. Double tap opportunity can't be found. Zexel had to rush 0 boost to get this one away from danger. Snips now up into the skies, up into the heavens for Zexel, but he was doing a board slide on the crossbar. Brian, last man remaining for JibJab, leaves it for Ben to the corner. There's been a whole lot of midfield play in this game, but nothing to speak of really for both teams, as the 3 goals in this game happened within the first minute and a half or so. There hasn't been a whole lot of movement for the rest of the game. The Weeknd now up to keep this one up. The redirect downfield is for Ben. This one goes back into the air. Zexel, all he has to do is beat the defender to the ball, and this one's going to be a GG's. SBC Starlit taking game number 2. They're now on match point. LFG boyos. Here we go. Match point. SBC Starlit JibJab 2-0 in the series, and look at this setup from kickoff. We talked about this last stream. The last game that we had in RS, you want to lose your kickoffs to your teammates in threes, not technically win it. But yes, you do want to win it. Almost an own goal here. Now Zexel to back pass this to Snips. Snips with the mechanics. Does he have what it takes to put this one to the back of the net? It looks like he's going to leave it for Ben. Ben now to Zexel on target, but saved away by Banan Mode. Look at the speed on Snips. He's already able to grab at that mid boost. He's on top of the play already. Mid pass can't be found by Zexel. It was a greedy play though. If it connected, it could have been play of the week. Now on target, can't find the save, and Banan Mode will put this one to the back of the net. The first time in the series, in game number 3, JibJab has the lead. The first time in this series, they have more goals than their other team, their counterparts. SBC Starlit. Ben to waste no time with the aerial maneuvers, going straight for the pass to Snips. Gets denied. The Weeknd downfield to Banan Mode, but Zexel cutting off the angle. Turns into a 50, down to Brian. Brian now to Ben with no boost, but they leave it for him. He's already on backboard. He doesn't need any boost to get a nice pinch away. Turns out that Banan Mode will get a demo onto Snips though, and leaves it for the Weeknd to try and find some mechanical maneuvers downfield to find a goal. To Ben, redirected. Banan Mode to Zexel. Zexel to the sidewall. Can he find the read? He will. It's not a threatening shot on target, but certainly puts the ball out of reach for JibJab. Downfield, the Weeknd in a 1v1 against Snips. Snips with no boost, and the Weeknd will put this to the back of the net. So far, 2 goals to speak of for JibJab. Looks like leaving your third man back with no boost isn't going to be a valiant enough of an effort for Starlit. It's not a strategy you can count on. Look at that kickoff again. So far, SBC Starlit has won every single kickoff, but they have lost every single goal opportunity. The double commit is no good, as Zexel and Snips both thinking this ball was for them. And even if they both backed off of it, it would have been a better opportunity to go back and save the ball, as that's what they need at this moment in time. Ben to try and find the bump, the pre-jump bump on to Brian, but Brian to put this away to the net. What is happening with SBC Starlit? What is going on? 4-0. Banan Mode and friends are making it happen this game. maybe, you know, that minute in between games is really what they needed to talk about some strategy. You know, I don't know if they have a coach on hand or something of the sort, but, you know, maybe they were discussing some things that they definitely needed to discuss, because it definitely seems like it. Once again, triple commit. Downfield, Snips is back with no boost. This time he gets some help with a demo as Ben rotates back. Ben's looking for a cookser. He flies at the ball straight, parallel to the ball, and still finds the pinch downfield. Zexel can't send this one forward, but he does go to the sidewall where he finds the pass back, essentially. Bump on the play. Ben for the shot. It's no good. And we're back into the midfield. Ben to try and get this past the Weeknd. The Weeknd bumping this one back to Brian. No boost for Brian, but he does have an opportunity at net. On target, no good. Saved away by Ben. Denied the follow-up for Weeknd. No. Now we have a similar play back down the other side of the field. Maybe a counterattack. Ben having to dribble this one backwards to get possession of it. It was a shot, but eventually denied. Snips to take it into the air. Can he find the double? It looks like the Weeknd's going to find it for him. Zexel on target, 4-1 with 2 minutes left. I don't blame the Weeknd for trying to follow up this shot and turn it into a touch into the corner, but he just had to find the hit. He had any type of hit there, even if it goes mid, would have been better than giving it out to Zexel, who has boost, who was ready for the shot. Pitch downfield, is this in? Well, if you're SBC Starlit, you hate to see it. If you're out JibJab, you love to see it. That had to have been calculated. Or, you know, we'll go with the idea that when you see a pinch, you take the pinch. I'm not too sure. I'm going to go with that was calculated. It was a very nice shot, and it works out for them. 5-1. Ben with the follow-up shot, trying to find the goal, trying to tear down the lead if he could. As if they were to come back in this game, they need to start very early on finding some goals. Zexel to try and find the boost. He can't do it. Gives it out to Snips. Snips back to Ben, but Banana Mode is there to deny the play. Good movement. They just weren't able to make enough happen in the time being. Ben into the air, left for Brian, goes out to Zexel. This one's going to go over the net. Now, this is the pressure that we're used to seeing from SBC Starlit, but it might just be a little bit too late for this squad. A fake here, Banana Mode with 0 boost, still getting beat out by Zexel. And Zexel now with the demo. This could be a nice opportunity, and it is. Wow, the triple kill from Zexel. What exactly happened here? He gets one. I don't know if he got one before that, but definitely the double kill. Gives them their second goal of the game. Maybe that's what they need to do, just send Zexel out for some more demos. Once again, another SBC Starlit kickoff win. Doesn't turn into a goal. Maybe, just maybe, not yet. It doesn't. They have 50 seconds to find 3. Banana Mode into the corner with 45. Gets bumped out. Snips to take this solo play off the ceiling perhaps. No, left for Banana Mode. He's just floating. Everyone's floating at this moment in time. Ben gets one to himself. Brian waits for the touch, and it looks like with 30 seconds left, that's 10 seconds a goal. Is SBC Starlit gonna make it happen? We'll have to see here. It definitely has to be a goal. If not here, the next touch. And I think SBC Starlit may have just given this game number 3 away. The Weeknd with the mechanics. We've been seeing those all game. Nothing's connected just yet, but we're still in the game number 3 here and have a little bit more left to go. 10 seconds left, and this is gonna be a game number 3 victory for Al JibJab. SBC Starlit is not able to make it happen this time. SBC Starlit versus Al JibJab. Match point for Starlit. Can Zexel and friends take down Banan and friends? Who has the better group of friends is really what this comes down to. No, I'm just kidding. Match point, 2-1 in the series. Game number 4. We have our bout between 2 absolute titans. Who is going to go home with this one? Like I said earlier, these are 2 undefeated teams as we stand. Only one team is going to leave today still undefeated. Let's see who it is going to be. If we had a full desk here and I had to vote on my prediction, unbiased to SBC, what would I say? Will they find the reverse sweep, or will SBC Starlit able to throw this one in the bin to find their game that they need to find? Let me see here. I believe, I actually don't even know. I feel like I can't even say anything. I feel like this game is going to be so low scoring. It might just be, maybe not. There we go. Snips to the mid from Ben. Look at this play. Look at this passing play. It was actually incredible. Ben to redirect this downfield. Now, not the best shot from Snips, but it was placed perfectly. Now, I do believe it might be a high-scoring game. I redact my words, but I will say it's going to be a close game, regardless if it's like 4-5 or like 3-2 or something like that. Like, it's going to be a close game. It's Snips with another goal. My goodness, Ben is all over these passing plays today. I'm sure he wanted that goal there himself, but I think he realized he can't get a touch on it. Why screw up the play when I have Snips behind me? After all, this is 3v3. He's going to be there. He's going to be ready for the passing play, just like Zexel is right here, right now. Ben going up for Snips. He didn't trust in his touch there, but it looks like Snips is still with the ball going downfield. Can he find one more? He certainly can. Ben with the shot and the goal. What a play from these gentlemen here. What did I just see? Snips to get an awkward touch. Ben with the crazy angle. My goodness, 3-0. Demo off a kickoff. This is one of the only kickoffs we have not seen Starlit win, and it still has ended up on their half. A double tap from Ben. He shoots it right at the defender and then puts it to the back of the net. Can someone explain this to me a little bit better than, or I guess a little bit more than what I saw? Because he shoots it right at the defender. The defender said, you know what, I don't want this. You can have the ball back. And gets a free goal, 4-0. Remember, this is match point for SBC. It seems as though they need another game like last game, out JibJab, for them to stay in this series. Right now, they're just giving away possession and then giving away free shots on target. Anything they put on the target right here, right now, is turning into a goal. Now Ben to bring this downfield. Left for Snips. Snips to Ben. Maybe Ben back to Snips. It is to the double. Look at this play evolving. Snips on target. The back and forth for the two-time. Ben to go back to Snips. Snips off the backboard. Once again, another crazy angle. And the Ben-Snips combo is going to go down in the history books. The weekend to find a goal off kickoff. He can't do it. Zexel, I think, is just going for the demo. I'm not entirely sure what his game plan was there, but Banana with the demo and Snips might just open some things up for a shot on target. Well, if I meant Zexel on target, then that's what I meant, I guess. Ben, low boost, over one, getting bumped for his efforts. Ben backflipping, rotating back to get the corner boost. Looks like Brian's a little bit awkward on the play, but SBC Starlit never hesitating, never wasting a second. Ben with the chip to the backboard for the pass. He never goes for it again. He fakes it for Snips, and Snips is on target. Two defenders can't even put away the shot that Snips just launched on. It was an absolute Stanley Steamer, an absolute piss missile, and it never would have happened if Ben wasn't there to fake out the pass, fake out the shot for the pass. Bump on the play, Ben on target. Double commit here in front of net, which goes right out to Zexel. Zexel now to Snips. Snips back to Zexel. Look, every touch they make, it's just going to a teammate. Snips kind of rushing this one. I would have loved to seen that shot go bottom left as the defender was not there. Sometimes taking everything into the air, your opponents are expecting that, especially if you've done it time and time again. But without further explanation, I mean, they are killing time at the end of the day. They're up 6-0 with 2 minutes. This one might be a pass as well. Now, this is where complacency can get a little dangerous. Now, do I think they'll come back from a 6-goal lead? And keep in mind, I was totally wrong about my prediction. Will they? I don't know. We have a minute and 40 to see if they do. But if you're that complacent, you might give up that many goals. But with the way they're playing, Ben now receiving a pass, I'm not sure. Snips, after all, did give Ben the pass. And it looks like they're leaving Zexel back as a third man, where in previous series, Zexel was always up in front, making the shots, creating the plays. Zexel trying to receive the pass from Ben, but Ben's getting pre-jumped. He does take it around one, can't find the next touch. Out into the corner it goes. Zexel to keep this in play. He's not going to be able to do it on target. No, the bumps from Snips. He takes out 2 players. They have a minute left with 7 goals. Can they do it? Ow, JibJab. Can you guys lock it in, find some goals, and come back in this game here? Snips going for a bump. Definitely giving this one to Zexel as Snips tries to go back up. I don't know if I agree with that too much, but I'm not on the field, and they now have a Brazil. The Weekend putting this one away for the Brazil. They're on the board, though, with a minute. That's definitely a good start. Slowly but surely, they might just come back here. Banana mode to find another touch. He definitely does get that, but it turns out to be Snips downfield with the shot. It's a pass to Ben on target, 8-1. You just cannot stop this combo. The Snips and Ben combo is dangerous. Wherever Snips is, Ben isn't, and vice versa, but either one of them are in front of the net at all times, and it's a beautiful thing to see. It really is a beautiful thing to see, to have these teammates out here competing, playing together, and responding to each other's movements so well. Even when they do get the beat on the ball, they're expecting to get beat, so they play the 50. And JibJab is not really able to take control of this game whatsoever. Banana mode with the save. It almost was an own goal, but this looks like it's going to be another goal for Ben. They are currently 9-1 on match point. 4 goals for Snips, 5 goals for Ben, and 102 score for Zexel. Okay, I had to wonder. I wasn't sure where Zexel was. He's upfield. Okay, he was going for that play there. And it looks like with this ball touching the ground, maybe here, it will be GG's. SBC Starlit take week number 3 over JibJab, Snips, Zexel, and Ben. Taking week number 3 EU Premier 3v3. GG's, gentlemen. And also, JibJab, if you guys are in the stream, or, you know, if I can speak on behalf of the team here, GG's to you guys. Good luck in the rest of your season.